how will we measure the recovery if and when it starts taking shape? Is it number of passengers? Is it turnover? What are going to be the key indicators from the perspective of your organization?
So the way that we measure, of course, there is pre-COVID era, as it were, when life was normal and aviation was thriving, growing. There were good projections from the international bodies, even projecting that in Africa alone, in the next 3 years, we should see a growth of about 5.3% and so on. And of course, COVID happened. Which kind of plunged the entire industry, honestly, on its knees. And the discussion that we are having now is so timely because you will have an appreciation, John, that our government back in June started opening up after the borders were closed and the first lockdown happened. There was no movement. So technically, civil aviation was on a standstill. But in June, we then started gradually to introduce domestic operations under the leadership of government, leadership of the Ministry of Transport, and we started to see some activity. But the indications are saying it will in fact take about 3 years for civil aviation globally to recover, including South Africa as well. So where we are now is really to look at the recovery based on the 2019 figures. If we can reach those and surpass those in the next 3 years, then we will know for sure that, in fact, we're on the right track in terms of recovery. And that is measured, in different ways. The passenger movements, the aircraft movements, revenue per passenger kilometer, and many others. And in South Africa, we pretty much follow the same trends, like what is happening in other countries.
Right.
Aircraft movement, revenue, passenger movement, cargo movement, and all those, matrices that are in place.
News.
Experts.
Analysis.
Where things stand.
What you need to know. Drive home with John Perlman
On 702.